What if I told you that one of the most effective political satires of the Cold War era came wrapped in chainmail?
Why doesn't somebody come and capture us? Where is everybody? Maybe it's a holiday.
Fired arrows in Manhattan and was led by a nation no bigger than Central Park.
I'm Field Marshal and Chief Constable Tully Bascom.
Field Marshal and Chief Constable of what?
The Duchy of Grand Fenwick.
Welcome to The Mouse That Roared, a 1959 British comedy that's equal parts absurd, clever, and somehow weirdly relevant even today.
Didn't bring my sandwiches?
No, sir, we've come to capture you.
Is this some kind of a joke?
Okay, picture this. A tiny European country declares war on the United States, not to win, but to lose.
The situation is indeed desperate. We stand poised on the brink of disaster.
Why? Because losing means you get American aid, of course. That's the setup for this brilliantly bonkers film, starring not one, not two, but three characters, played by the same man, Peter Sellers. Yeah, that Peter Sellers, before Dr. Strangelove and the Pink Panther. He was already flexing his comedic genius in The Mouse That Roared, taking on the roles of the sweet but confused game warden, Tully Bascom.
Don't shoot, we'll get into trouble.
The calculating Prime Minister, Count Mountjoy.
Then the Americans pour in food, machinery, clothing, technical aid, and lots of money.
And the regal, but dotty, Duchess Gloriana XII.
If only Paul Leopold were alive today.
Let's dive in. The Duchy of Grand Fenwick is fictional, but the satire is grounded in very real Cold War anxieties. Grand Fenwick's entire economy rests on one product, a wine called Pinot Grand Fenwick.
I never thought of sending a protest to the United States about this Californian fella and his imitation wine.
When an American company makes a cheap knockoff, the country goes bankrupt.
My friend, we are bankrupt. As of today, we are living on petty cash.
Enter Count Mountjoy, a schemer if there ever was one. His grand idea: declare war on the US, surrender instantly, and reap the rewards.
We are defeated on Tuesday, and by Friday we will be rehabilitated beyond our wildest dreams.
That was the post-World War II pattern, after all. Germany and Japan got massive rebuilding packages. Mountjoy figures. Why not us? The only problem, someone has to lead this army.
Men of Grand Fenwick, Providence will smile upon you because your cause is just.
And so, Tully Bascom, shy, bumbling, and more familiar with squirrels than strategy, is promoted to Field Marshal. His force? 20 men in medieval chainmail, equipped with longbows and absolutely no clue.
But we're at war, Sergeant!
Not with everybody!
What follows is one of the most absurd invasions in cinema history. They cross the Atlantic on a rickety merchant ship and arrive in New York during a civil defense drill. The city is completely empty.
Why don't they come out and fight?
Fight?
I know they've declared New York an open city.
This part is especially memorable. Grand Fenwick's troops just wander around the eerily deserted streets of Manhattan, and thanks to their old-fashioned armor and weaponry, they're mistaken for invading Martians.
Where's your uniform?
I threw it away when I was being chased by the men from outer space.
Seriously, things snowball from there. They capture a few hostages, including the blustering General Snippet, and accidentally, they stumble upon the real prize, Dr. Alfred Cockintz and his daughter, Helen.
I think that's the Q-bomb.
Oh, and Cockintz happens to be in charge of the Q-bomb, a football-sized doomsday device with the power to level an entire continent. Guess what Tully does? He takes it.
Get him in quickly!
Come along.
Suddenly, Grand Fenwick is no longer a joke. It's a nuclear power.
If this bomb should explode, it will wipe out most of Europe. Let me make it harmless. We can't do that, Your Grace.
And just like that, the smallest nation in the world becomes the most feared. Sellers plays Tully with this adorable kind of earnestness. He's not trying to be powerful. He's just trying to do the right thing.
Do try and think of something, won't you? I'll do my best, Your Grace.
Meanwhile, Helen, played by the radiant Jean Seberg, is unimpressed at first.
I knew it wasn't any use talking to you. Go away.
But as the story goes on, she sees something in Tully's kindness and sincerity that wins her over.
Helen!
Tully!
Helen!
Tully!
Jean, by the way, had just come off her performance in St. Joan, and a year later would shoot to global fame in Breathless, the French New Wave classic. Here, she's grounded, sharp, and gives the film just enough emotional depth.
Silly, but he's nice.
We'll write him a letter then.
I think I've always liked him.
One of the best running gags is that nobody really wants to fight Grand Fenwick.
Our orders are to admit no one, sir.
But this is very important. That's what they all say.
Not because they're scared of them, but because nobody wants to be the country that attacks a micronation holding a nuclear bomb.
Do you want it recorded in history that a nation of our size attacked the smallest country in the world?
The US government, led by a nervy Secretary of Defense played by Austin Willis, decides diplomacy is safer than humiliation.
So I'll fly over to Fenwick immediately and try to arrange an armistice. Agreed?
Yeah, agreed.
Meanwhile, offers pour in from other world powers, all trying to get on Fenwick's good side.
Argentina, Brazil, France, Germany, Italy. They all want to help us. It's impossible.
Everyone wants to be friends with the guy holding the Q-bomb. But then, twist. Mountjoy and General Snippet
I knew you were a snake, you snake.
My dear girl, there is nothing to worry about. We shall look after your father, I assure you.
plot to steal the bomb and return it to the US. It's up to Tully to stop them.
My girl and my bomb.
He does, of course, because at his core, he's honest. A bit of a doofus, sure, but a good man.
It's captured booty.
It belongs to the United States.
And you belong to me. You're my prisoner.
The film ends with a bizarre but oddly satisfying peace agreement.
We'd like some of that to be in the form of bathtubs and other plumbing equipment.
Grand Fenwick gets aid, the knockoff wine is taken off the market, Dr. Kokins and Helen stay in Fenwick.
We expect to export to the United States.
Well, do you want me to include that in the peace treaty?
Absolutely.
And the bomb, well, it stays too as a symbolic deterrent under the protection of the little countries of the world. But here's the kicker. When Tully, Helen, and Cockins inspect the bomb one last time, they discover it's a dud.
You are a dud? All the time, it was a dud.
It never worked. They decide to keep that little detail to themselves.
How's the bomb getting on?
Never better, Will.
Oh, fine. All right, carry on.
And then, just as the credits are about to roll, a mouse crawls out of the bomb and it arms itself. It's a brilliant final image. Now let's talk about some of the behind-the-scenes details.
What was all that about?
I don't know, I don't speak French.
The film was shot primarily at Shepperton Studios in England, though clever matte work and stock footage make the New York sequences surprisingly convincing for the time.
Okay, you come on down the subway. Hey, wait a minute, I'm a decontamination man.
It had a modest budget, but director Jack Arnold, better known for sci-fi classics like The Creature from the Black Lagoon, used his genre chops to give this satire a kind of cartoon logic, and it works.
My dear General, this is not a cell. This is a museum.
As for the reception, critics loved it. Audiences connected with it too.
Don't you think you ought to hold this for a while? After all, it's your father's.
Oh, no, not me. I'm only a girl.
It did especially well in the UK and in American art houses. It wasn't a massive box office smash, but it more than made its money back.
Well, do something. Get out and push.
And over the decades, it's become a cult favourite. One thing that keeps the film so fresh is how relevant it feels.
Easy, boys.
The idea of a tiny nation outmaneuvering global superpowers with nothing but smarts and bluff, that hits differently in today's world of asymmetrical power and media manipulation.
A cat just ran into that haystack. By Joe.
And Peter Sellers' triple performance is a masterclass, especially his portrayal of the Duchess, who manages to be absurd and regal at the same time.
Even if we give it back to them, some other country will go and invent a Q-bomb of their own.
It's also remarkably restrained. Despite the presence of a love story and a couple of close moments, it never crosses the line into anything risque.
We're going to be married, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The Q-bomb may have been a dud, but the mouse that roared, that one's still got bite. If you haven't seen it, track it down. It's 83 minutes of sharp satire, goofy charm, and a reminder that sometimes the smallest voice can make the biggest noise.
Well, gentlemen, we're in trouble. Now, what are we going to do about it?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into a forgotten classic, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss our next trip back through cinema history. Got a favourite old school satire? Drop it in the comments. We read them all. And remember, never underestimate the power of a little mouth.
A measly $1 million. That's less than we spent in Germany on one city alone.
Yes, but you see, sir, they lost.